Hi, Damien here for Automotive Superstore. This is the Pioneer DMH-A5650BT. It's brand new. It's their most affordable now that has wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. It's got a couple of other really cool features I think you'll like too, so let's jump in and check it out. First of all, what comes inside the box? Now you get a quick start guide, but you can download the full manual online. You get an extension for the USB. This one here is for wide steering wheel control and the rear view camera input. This is the auxiliary input. Front, rear and sub 4-volt RMS pre-outs, and then there's a rear monitor output. What I like about all of that, if you decide not to use any of those, just leave them out and it cuts down the clutter behind the dashboard, makes it a bit easier to install too. Also, you get a Bluetooth microphone. The main loom on here has your power, earth, trigger and your main power connections for the internal power channel. 22 watts RMS by 4 for that one. There's also a GPS antenna that you need for the wireless CarPlay or Android Auto. The other thing that differentiates the 5650 from similar model numbers that Pioneer have, like the 5450 and 5350, this one has the L style chassis, and that means that there's a single DIN style chassis that is at the bottom of this double DIN for mounting, and that makes it easier to mount in certain models. So other specs for this unit, the capacitive touchscreen is 800 by 480 pixels in resolution. It also has dual phone Bluetooth, and that's a really handy feature for tradespeople, for example. Don't discount how important wireless CarPlay and Android Auto is. It's one of the most affordable on the market that has that, and it's one of the most affordable that teams that with something called network mode, and that's to do with the crossover filtering that controls what frequencies go to your speakers in your car. So it has the option of being two-way or three-way mode, and three-way they call network mode in Pioneer speak. Two-way mode is where you would have full range front speakers, full range rear speakers, and say a subwoofer, and you would need high pass filters for the fronts and rears and a low pass filter for the subwoofer. In network mode though, you actually have two channels dedicated to drive the tweeters in the front, two channels dedicated to drive the mid-range drivers in the front, and then the subwoofer. And so in network mode, you have greater control over the filtering and the band of frequencies each of those speakers sees. That's actually my preferred way of running all of my cars because you get much better sound quality results doing that. Let's jump in and have a look at the menu system. So here we are in the main CarPlay screen. CarPlay and Android Auto are very similar. They give you access to your important navigation and communication and entertainment apps. In CarPlay, you swipe left and right to access those. In Android Auto, it works almost exactly the same, except you just swipe up and down instead of left and right. Jumping back into the main menu, hit the Pioneer logo. Now here you can go to sources, select any of the sources you like. With USB, I've tested this with high resolution FLAC files up to as high as 24-bit and 96 kilohertz, and it happily plays those back. I've also tested it with 1080p video files, and it works great. Back to the main menu. Here on the side, you can see it gives you quick access to be able to adjust your track that's playing at the moment off flash drive. And you can jump through and find other shortcuts to say things like equalizer or turning the subwoofer on or off. And that's a nice new addition to the graphic user interface from Pioneer. Hit settings. In system settings, basic language, date, demo mode, steering wheel control, driving position, things like that. In display settings, illumination, you've got blue, red, amber, green, and white. Also, you can change the backgrounds in here. But let's have a look at audio and EQ. Now, we are in network mode at the moment, so the head unit is considering it's connected to a set of tweeters for 2 channels, a set of mid-range drivers for 2 channels, and a subwoofer for the subwoofer outputs. Let's start actually with the crossover down here. And you'll see when we choose what crossovers we've got the subwoofer low pass filter, we have the mid-range high pass filter, the mid-range low pass filter, and then the tweeter high pass filter. All these can be adjusted from 6 dB per octave to 24 by just dragging it, and then you can adjust the frequency just by moving it like this. Now what's important is the time correction is matched to that. So you can see here it has high, mid and sub, high, mid and sub, as opposed to front, rear and sub. In the time correction, you start by choosing which seat you'd prefer it to focus on. So in this instance, the driver's seat. It will preset an amount of delay for each one. They're not going to be correct for your car, so you can go in now, measure your car, and you can do your adjustments from there. But it gives you a bit of a head start, which is actually quite nice. In loudness, you've got 3 levels of loudness boost. Speaker level, each speaker needs to be adjusted for both time and intensity for correct balancing with the time correction, and so it's important to have this feature. Then you have your normal balance, and then EQ. So EQ here we have a bunch of presets to play with, and then custom. And it's a 13-band graphic EQ, which is about equivalent with anything else on the market. Here also is the subwoofer level control. So there you have it, the Pioneer DMH-A5650BT. If you want wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, and you want some of their other cool features, say like that network control from the crossovers, this is going to be the unit for you. If you want to grab one, there'll be a link down below. While you're down there, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.